I apologize for my 3 minutes of tardiness. My bad, guys. I am sorry. Good evening. Good evening. Hey, how is everybody doing? Let me get this camera right. Apologize the in and out of it and the. All right. All right. Hey, good evening, you guys. Let me get started here. Again, I apologize for being late. Um, I am 3 minutes behind. All right, let me get on here. Okay, here we go. Let me turn this down. Let me turn this down. Hey, evening, everyone. Hey, good evening. Welcome to Real Life Relationship Growth. This is our once a week get together. This is our once a week time to come together and chop it up and talk and have a good time and enjoy each other. I miss you guys when I'm not here. I miss you guys when I'm not here. So I appreciate you all coming on. You know, I'm going to go ahead and get started because, of course, all the videos are posted. You can go to YouTube. Try to get my curls together here, y'all. Sorry. You can go to YouTube, and on YouTube, you can see all the videos. It's going to be posted here on the Facebook page. So you can always go back there as well and view. So, in the respective time, I'm sorry, being that I'm on late, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hey, peace and love. Let me see who that is. So, you guys, let me say this. My boy Mike, my brother. Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. So, guys, I ask you all if you are on Facebook and you make a comment, do me a favor, please, and type in your name because on the restream, it's only going to show Facebook user or YouTube. So before you make a comment, if you don't mind, just type in your name so I can know who's here. Okay? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Loving this restream platform though, because it just brings us all together. So whether you are joining on Facebook or YouTube, we're all here in one place and I can see the chats. I just don't know exactly who it's coming from. All right. All right. So let's get popping. Let's get started. I see four of y'all. Y'all coming up. Y'all adding up. Hey, glad y'all on. Kiana. Hey, babe. Jaquetta. Hey, what's up, girl? I don't see the other two people. There are two more people there that are coming up. So, welcome to Real Life Relationship Growth. This is our once a week segment where we come together, we talk, we chat, we laugh, we cry sometimes, and we discuss and we talk and we come on and we hit on different topics and subjects that are important to us as adults in this world, living um, this life with one another and try to have healthy, productive relationships. Real life relationship growth is the place for that. This is where we are building and structuring. And thank you. We are building and structuring. Thanks, Mike. We're building and structuring healthy, lasting relationships. All right. So I am Donna. Hey, Donna, I am Donna. Listen, I am not a relationship expert. I am just a black woman in this world, living this life, doing the damn thing, and enjoying myself in the process. I've had enough BS in my life. I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying it. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Corey. What's up, babes? I am enjoying this process, this thing called life. And what's making it more enjoyable is you guys, my family. Hey, sis. All right. Now I can feel a little bit comfortable. When my sister Claudette comes on, y'all, it just gives me a sense of ease. That's my rider right there. So I enjoy this every week. I enjoy this every week. So let me just jump right into this. My brothers, thank you so much, fellas. Thank you. Thank you, Corey, for checking in. Thank you so much, fellas, for sending topics. Ladies, I love y'all, but the fellas are still doing the thing, sending their topics in the inbox and texting me and like, hey, let's talk about this. What you think about that? Oh, I got one today, and I was like, "You want that? Well, that's a good topic. Like that was pretty funny. You wanted to be a camper conversation topic." And he was like, "Oh no, that's not me. That's not my issue." Paraphrasing, and I was like, "Whatever. It doesn't have to be. So just be clear. Anything you send or anything you post on the page, a lot of people kind of shy away from because they feel like I don't want anybody to know that's me, or I don't want people to think that's me. Listen, who cares what people think? Whether it's you or someone else, the point is to be helpful. We are here to help one another. So if you send me a topic or you post a topic on the page, please don't shy away and shy off from that. Hey, Keena. Hey, Miss McKivens. Keena, this is our first time, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Please don't shy away from sending topics or posting. Because listen, we all have things going on in this world. We all have things going on in this life. And sometimes we need a little bit of help. We need a little bit of nudge. We need a little bit of what you think on that. We are not here to change anyone's mind and thought process and what you're doing specifically in your relationship to a degree. And when I say that, what I mean is if you can share something with me, hey, Paul, if you can share something with me that may help me, then thank you. If I can share something with you that can help you, then I would hope you take the same, the opposite way. It looks like I have a little delay going on, y'all. I see I'm freezing up a little bit. Hopefully it's not too agitating. It'll keep going. Hey, Miss Stacy, how are you? Um, Um, so, oh, hey, Paul, it's my brother-in-law. Hey, Paul. Hey, sis, my brother-in-law. Okay. Um, so don't worry about if you share a topic and you don't want people to think it's you. But I know some people are secretive, and that's fine. That's fine. You can share to the page anonymously. There is, if you haven't noticed, on the real life relationship growth page, and I think probably any type of platform like that on Facebook, you can post something and hit anonymous and hit anonymously. You want to post anonymously. You can do that. That's cool. That's fine. All right, y'all. We're gonna get into this because I want to get into our topic, but I have to do a little housekeeping first. Hey, have y'all heard? Have y'all heard? I know y'all have heard. April the 14th through the 16th. April the 14th. Up, let me get it. Where is it? Where is it? April the 14th through the 16th, the Real Life Relationship Growth Weekend. If you have not registered yet, please, please, please go and register. Please go and register. This weekend, to be a part of it, it requires you to register. So let me say some things real quick. Let me say some things real quick because I'm going to put this up so y'all can see it as we talk, right? Let me show this. I'm going to let that sit right there. That is the link you go to register. This is for every family member because this is what we stand by. For every family member, if you are single, dating, courting, married, divorced, or you are a widower, this is the family for you. This is the weekend for you. In this weekend, we have a mix of so many great things going on. We have things for the singles, we have things for the married couples, we have the things for the intended couples. Listen, when you go and register, there's a single registration, there's a couple registration. When you go register, you will get the information for the hotel where the events will take place. You do not have to stay at the hotel. If you know someone in the family member, whatever, whatever, and you want to stay with them but still hang out for the weekend, that is fine. You can do that. But we really, really, really would love everybody to stay at the hotel because there's gonna be some lates possibly. We're gonna have a good time. So go and register. Once you go and register, you will get the information and the link to register to book your room. We have our rooms booked at a special rate for the Real Life Relationship Growth Weekend. There's a special rate for that for the weekend. register, book your room, and be ready for the festivities. Friday, we kicking off Friday evening. We're going to have this speed dating event. We're going to have the marriage reconnection fun night. This is not a seminar. You will not be sitting through a seminar. All right? It's not what we're doing. You will not be sitting through a seminar. We're not doing seminars. It's not what we're doing. But what we are doing is we're going to have a good time. We're going to reconnect with either our boo or we're going to connect with maybe our intended. We never know. You never know what kind of connections could come about this weekend. So listen, fellas, bring your boys. Let them know, hey, the ladies, we're gonna have a speed dating event. Y'all know how they do on the movies? They sit in the chair and then they time up and they switch and like, I don't like him, but yeah, yo, we are having a speed dating event. Um, so, ladies, fellas, get ready for the speed dating event. The singles, the married couples. Do you really know your baby? Do you really know who you lay into every next to every night? Do you know some deep stuff? You should. But if you are a new couple learning each other, this is gonna be fun. If you are older couple, yo, y'all come out and show them how it's done. I don't know, them young ones may beat y'all. I mean, because you know what? They may be taking the time with each other that the older couples have been together a minute, have forgotten the fun in the marriage, the fun in the relationship. So, when it's fresh and new, you learning all kind of things. Baby, what's your favorite this? And baby, how you like that? And yeah. But when it gets a little seasoned, we forget to remember what our baby likes. So that is for you. Saturday, we are having our main event, the Live Camper Conversation Forum. We have none other than Rachel and Jimmy Rogers. They are our relationship experts. Man, these two right here, ain't they fine? Rachel knows she fine. These two right here, our relationship experts, they have a platform themselves, and they will be putting their information out. But they are going to be on our platform along with um, some singles, um, males, females, and we're going to pass the mic. And we're going to do what we're doing right now. We're going to do that live and in color with each other. That is the main event. Then we headed out to the park, no more than about 15 miles away from the hotel. Music, food, dancing, games. The singles mixer will be out at the park. Married folks, y'all are invited out to the park as well because we're going to have some separation going on out there too. But we're going to have some togetherness with some games and some fun. We have a burger we have a catered burger bar. Whether you eat meat or you don't, you will be able to have and get what you need. Hey Ash, that's my baby. Hey Big Angie V, that's my girl. All right, y'all. So real life relationship girl weekend. Get registered. There is the link. I'm going to keep the link up the entire time because I don't want you guys to miss um, and have to ask like, what was that information? So let's do this. We're gonna run it right here, and we're gonna take this away right here because we need to get into our topic. Our topic for this evening. I gotta show this to Kevin real quick. Kevin, you looking? Kevin keeps telling me go back to school and get some type of degree, some type of training, some type of thing in relationship counseling and whoo, Lord Kevin. Listen, as much as this is for y'all, this is for me too. But I found this shirt. Well, I found this shirt. I charge a consulting fee because my time isn't free. When I bought this shirt, Kevin, I thought about you. When I bought this shirt, I thought about my boy Kevin. All right, y'all. So let's get started. So y'all already know. Again, the topics that come out. We don't do any male or female bashing here. We're not talking about the brothers. We all know we have some ways that we don't always agree with. Everybody has different ways, but we're not bashing anybody on here. But sometimes our topics tend to be a little bit more relevant on the female side, or they tend to be relevant on the male side. Even with that, even with that, I was trying to get one of my brothers to come on with me tonight and be my co-host because I wanted a male perspective. We always want the other perspective. Why? Because we living in this life together. We doing this thing together. So my opinion and thought as a woman, I think different from the male perspective. So we want always want more than one perspective. But that's why y'all could type in and make y'all comments and say what y'all need to say. Right? Right. Bam, here is our topic. That is our topic tonight. Hey, ladies, he's just not that into you. Now, y'all already know when I put up a title of the topic, does not necessarily mean it's going to go the way you think it's going to go. So tune in, join in, um, say what you need to say. Let's give our feedback and watch where this thing goes. Yeah, we have fun every Thursday. Listen, if you here for the first time and you've been missing Thursdays, y'all better tell them they missing a good time. They missing a good time. But we're gonna make up for it April the 14th through the 16th in the A. Get registered. It's running down there for y'all. Y'all can't miss it. It's gonna run the whole time. All right. So let's get started. I want to play this video. I want to play this video. Um, every topic, y'all, remember now, every topic that comes up is not my brainchild. It's not something I've thought about. It's not something that, hey, Lakeisha, hey, baby, y'all, that's another one right there. Miss Lakeisha, let's give her a hand. Miss Lakeisha made our flyers. She is knee deep in this thing with me. So she made our flyer and she's helped me so much. Thank you so much, my dear. We're gonna have to get you a make sure you get your real life relationship growth t-shirt. Oh, please believe we have shirts. I already have 5 of them made and all the different logos. I was gonna wear one tonight, but I didn't get a chance to pick it up in time for this evening. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna play this video and then we're gonna get into this thing.
If you gotta ask to be a priority in that man's life, you with the wrong man. Because the thing about a man, like when we really like you, we will carve out a space for you in our life if we feel like you are important because we don't want to lose you. That man is gonna make sure that I'm taking you on dates. That man is gonna make sure to pay attention to what it is that you value and, find ways to implement that, whether it be cards or gifts or notes or just intimate things, just to make sure that you feel valued, regardless of what it is that he got going. He could be one of the busiest dudes in the world, but you will be a priority. There will be no confusion. There will be no mistaking it. That man really values me. That will be the feeling. But if you run around a situation like not sure, or I think he does. He shows me sometimes, but like once those thoughts come in, the writing is on the wall. That lets you know that that man does not prioritize you like that, and you need to go find a man who does. If you gotta ask to be
Oh, sorry. Do we have a need to play it again? Do we need to hear it again? Hey, Wendy, what's up, girl? All right. So listen. Topic tonight. Hey, ladies, that not that into you. He's just not that into you. So, so I was told that I associate spending time, communication with how a person feels about me, right? I was told that. And it made so much sense. Because truly and honestly, we talked about at some point we talked about love languages. We all know the scale of love languages and what your love language is. And if you know what your love language is, then those are the things that you need and you want and you desire, right? So associating needing time and physical touch for me, that associates with how you feel about me. If you care, if you love me, that's how I associate that with that, right? If your love language is something else, you're going to associate those other things with that. Hey, Robert, you are going to associate um, your love language with those feelings. Make sure I'm keeping up here, y'all. You're going to associate that with those feelings, right? So this video pinpoints and is talking directly about a woman's feeling. A woman's feeling, right? This is coming from a brother. The brother made the comment, and he's saying from a male perspective, as a man, he's saying what all of that means. He's saying what all of that means. Claudette said, I believe people have a certain chemistry. Sometimes it explodes, sometimes it just fizzles. It's not anyone's fault. All right, she jumping ahead. Claudette already going. Hey, Corey. Hey, Corey B. She already jumping with it. So the man was saying that, ladies, if you have to beg a man to call you to talk, I'm paraphrasing y'all. We watched the video. If you have to beg a man to call you to, hey Corey, to call you, to spend time, to text you, to do this and to do that, then pretty much he's just not really that into you. If a man is into you, if a man really wants to be with you, or even want to take the time to get to know you to see if he wants to be with you, then he's going to carve out some time and make sure you know that, to make sure you are aware that that's what he wants, and you is what his focus is and what he's looking at, right? So my sister made a good point. Claudia made a good point already. She already jumped into this. She was saying that sometimes it fizzles out, and it's not anyone's fault. So I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Because when you're at the beginning stages of getting to know someone, there's an attraction. You see this brother, he fine, or there's something that attracts you to him. Or you see this sister, and man, and woo, and it's something about her that attracts you. So you taking the time to get to know each other, you talking, you calling, you exchange numbers, you make a decision to go out on a date together or whatever after talking for a little bit, getting to know each other, or you go out on a date to have some time to get to know each other. And the more you get to know that person, you decide one way or the other. Whether I'm intrigued and I want more, or nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. But even before we get to that point, sis, before we get to that point, I want to kind of go back. I want to go back because initially, hey Rose, what's up, baby? Ashanti, hey girl. Initially, from what he's saying in the video and the title, the topic of our conversation tonight, we want to focus in on the he's not just that into you part. And brothers, please do me a favor. Do us a favor. Do us a favor. If there's anything that we're saying from the female perspective that's not correct, and there's a different reasoning we're not seeing, because that's what we're here for, there's a different reasoning we're not seeing, listen, let us know. Let us know. If you're on here and your significant other is roaming around the house or something somewhere, bring them over to the camera. Bring them over to the computer or whatever you on. And brother, what do you think? What is it that made you realize that this chick, this young lady, I'm sorry if y'all offended by chick, no offense. If this young lady, if this woman, if this girl, if this whatever, was who you knew you wanted to be with. But from what the guy is saying, he's letting the ladies know that there are some things that you notice and you see when this man is into you. There's some things that are going to happen that you don't have to even guess at. You don't have to assume. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to do that. When you see those things coming from that man, then of course you can reciprocate and respond the like, or you can decide to move along respectfully, gracefully, peacefully, right? Because that's how we should do it. Everybody you come in contact with is not your person. Just because you like somebody or they look good to you or whatever does not mean that they are your person. Respectfully understand that. And we don't have to end and deal in relationships ending or even greetings and meetings. We don't have to end those in such negative ways. It's not necessary. We don't have to do it. So, to the point, if fellas, if you are not into a young lady, be honest and tell her that. Be and let her know that. If you are not, be honest and let her know that. Now, I already know what y'all gonna say. I already know what y'all gonna say. Women don't want honesty. If you tell them the truth, you know, they gonna be offended, or they gonna say this, or they gonna say that. Okay, okay. So being honest, since when does lying help? What makes it better? Because it will only go for a certain amount of time. It will only last for a certain period of time. Because once you tell one lie, you have to tell another lie. And you have to tell another lie. And another lie. You gotta keep every time you turn around, you gotta keep up with the last lie you told. Rose said, indeed. That's right. Corey said communication. Rose said, no, we want the truth. We do want the truth. I don't want someone taking away my choice. Exactly, sis. I listen, fellas, as much as y'all think that we are so weak and docile and just can't deal and we so emotional, Rose hit the nail. She hit the nail on the head. We don't want anyone taking away our choice. Just like men, y'all don't want anyone taking away your choice. I mean, this goes both ways. You don't want anyone taking away your choice. So if you know that you aren't that into her or you're not that into him, then give them the option. Tell them the truth. Claudia said, "Can you all handle the truth when it doesn't suit you?" And I've heard that a lot of times coming from the male perspective. They say, and there've been several posts on the page commenting this way. And the male's response, some of the male's response is, they can't handle the truth. Women can't handle. You just can't handle the truth. Stupid. Y'all know what movie that is. But a lot of men say they can't handle the truth. Paul here asking, can you all handle the truth when it doesn't suit you? Okay, that's a male's question. Paul is asking, women, can we handle the truth when it doesn't suit us? Now, let's be honest. We all want things our way. We want what we want. I know me. I want what I want. I want what I want. Right? But I have learned that what I want is not always what I need. And what I want is not always accessible to me. It's not always available. And that is it. Listen, this is called growth and maturity. And all of us have to take a period of growth in life that continues constantly and maturity that continues constantly maturing and realize it is okay. Rose said, I feel you have to know your worth before you expect someone to treat you as such. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You have to know your worth. So let's dip on that. What Rose just said. You have to know your worth. Hmm. How do you know that who you are and what you're doing and what you're presenting, that man is seen as worthy. How do we know that? So is he not choosing you? Is he not choosing to take the time and giving that time and attention because he realized that you're not worthy of that? If you're not worthy of his time, I have I have two children, three including Caden, if you count Caden, but my three adult children, and I used to tell my son all the time, be upfront and honest about your intentions. If you don't like something, if you don't like her, it is okay to tell her and move on. How she responds to that will tell you so many things. It's going to tell you if you made the right decision. It's going to also tell you, um, period, if you made the right decision, to be honest. Because how she responds. So be upfront and honest and know your worth and know that you yourself are worthy of a wonderful woman, a wonderful relationship, and having what you need and want. Corey said, so from my perspective, if worth, let me read over here because this is larger. So, from my perspective, if both parties are interested, then you should simply ask the question and what each one's intentions of each other is. There you get the truth about what you want and what you are looking for. Most definitely. Communication is key. Not just communication, honest communication. Honest communication. And please understand, just because you're being honest does not necessarily mean you're going to get the response that you want. But be honest. Be fair to be honest. Claudette said you must build your own worth and don't allow anyone to break that down. Exactly. Exactly. This video has so many components to it, y'all, that we can speak on the sister's behalf or we can speak on the brother's behalf. But let's try to stay. I'm veering a little bit. I'm going to stay more on the sister's behalf on this one because that's who he's addressing. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So, ladies, knowing your worth. Rose made a very good point off the bat. Knowing your worth. Knowing your worth. You have to chase after a man, if you have to chase after someone for their time and attention, you have to consider where you are, where you feel like you are, your worthiness. You have to know your worth. Again, we all want what we want, and sometimes we want somebody that's not necessarily for us. I mean, we can say that from the time we were writing notes. Do you like me? Check yes, check no. We can say that from the beginning of our pre-dating, prerequisite dating experiences, from elementary school liking somebody, and you like a boy and he don't like you, and then you get to middle school and junior high and they started noticing you more, and then you realize you don't even like them. So it's a process, right? While we're growing and developing and getting older. But when we learn our worth, when we know who we are, when we know who we to, hey, again, I don't know what does not matter. It does not matter what your belief factor is. But when you know your worth, when you know who created you and made you and your purpose, nothing anybody can do to break that. So knowing your worth is important. So if that brother does not call you, you just not dying over it. If that brother ghosts you, whew, you know what I do, y'all? In the event that someone ghosts me, because it does happen. It has happened. Hey Jerome, what exactly does it mean, know your worth? Can you please define it? I'm coming back to it, Jerome. Here I come. Good question. So a brother ghosted. We had a topic on ghosting a couple weeks ago and how you respond to it. Let me, you know what? Let me hit Jerome's question because we talked about ghosting. It'll hit here and there. Jerome said, "What exactly does it mean? Know your worth? Can you please define it?" Y'all want to hit that? Anybody want to hit that? What exactly does it mean to know your worth? I'm going to start while y'all waiting, right? While I'm waiting on, because I know y'all going to type a little bit slower than I'm talking. For me, knowing my worth means being content in where I am and what I have. Now, I'm not talking about material things. I'm talking about here and here, my mental and my emotional. Being content to me, knowing my worth, excuse me, means being content in where I am emotionally, mentally, and knowing that regardless of what someone says or does to me, around me, or whatever, that it's not going to move me. That has to come a little bit. Let me make that a little bit clearer. Knowing my worth. Knowing my worth means that if someone doesn't agree with me, with what I'm doing and what I want and how I'm moving, that I know what I deserve. I know what I deserve. So if I'm in a relationship or I'm walking toward a relationship and that person decides that they don't want to call or they don't want to spend time or they don't want to make things happen and move along with me, I love myself so much that I look at that as I dodged a bullet. I dodged a level of unhappiness to the next degree that I didn't even realize. Not in a negative sense, just because he didn't want the relationship or decided it wasn't me for him. That just says for me personally, because I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. I know what type of woman I am. I know my negatives. I know my positives. I know what I'm working on, my strengths, my weaknesses. And I know that what I bring can be fulfilling in any arena that I'm in. That makes sense. If that makes sense. Rose said, knowing your worth is having healthy boundaries, loving yourself unconditionally, all flaws included. Then someone mirroring that same respect back to you. Rose, you own it, girl. There is so much to it. It is deep. Exactly. Knowing your worth. But I love it. I love how you just put it together, Rose. You just compacted it. I think I was saying a lot, but it really came down to what she was saying. Healthy boundaries, loving yourself. Because there was a time and place in life that I did not love Donna. I didn't. And it showed in the relationships that I was having. It showed in the people that I allowed in my space. It showed. But as I matured, as I counseling, ding, 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 ding. Here you go, Kevin. You're supposed to ring the bell. Counseling Counseling is the best gift you can give to yourself, the best money spent. And I'm not talking about, oh, I went to counseling one time. You don't go to class one time and expect an A. Counseling. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, ding, ding, ding. Rose gave a ding on the counseling. Thank you, Rose. Counseling, the best gift you can give to yourself. And listen, there does not have to be anything wrong for you to go to counseling. What you're trying to do, counseling is twofold reasons. It either helps in the event that something goes wrong, or it helps to keep things from going. So when you take counseling and you learn why you the way you are, and you're honest, and you let those layers peel back, and you're honest, because you can go to counseling all day. I have been in a past relationship where um, there was not honesty in counseling. And when there's not honesty in counseling, there's nothing that can happen that can develop into anything positive because you're not being honest. You can't go in there and say what you good. If you're not ready, stripped down to the barest of bare, then don't waste your money on counseling. It's the only time I would say that. But if you are ready to be stripped down and clutch your pearls because of yourself, then you better get in some counseling. But knowing your worth helps you to do that. It helps you, excuse me, counseling helps you to know your worth and learn your worth. The things that were done to you in the past ain't none of your business. None of your business. The things that were done to you in the past that were abusive and someone forced onto you, that ain't none of your business. Jerome said you kind of mentioned it before when you talked about purpose and being a child of God. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. That is a part of my confidence because I truly believe what my creator said about me. Like, how am I going to question my creator? Like, he knows me, he made me. And in knowing me and making me, his purpose for me is nothing but positive. Nothing but positive. So, shoot, if my creator said it, who am I not to believe it? But we live in this world. We live in a life where people affect us. What people say and what people do affect us, i.e., the purpose of this video that the man posted. He's letting the ladies know, listen, I'm telling you these things so you won't be affected in a certain way because this is the truth of the matter. This is the truth of the matter. So you won't be affected in a certain way. This is the truth of the matter. And when you have that worth and you have that self esteem that takes so long sometimes to build up, that's so hard to get when it's broken down and taken away. When you get that, there are some people that just naturally, instinctively have it. They just full of themselves in a positive way. They're just full of themselves. And I love it. I love meeting people who are full of themselves where they just thank you, Jerome. Full of themselves where they conceited and they this and they that. I love positive, full of themselves people. People that say, regardless of what you say and think, this is what I'm doing. This is what I enjoy. This is how I think and how I like. I used to be embarrassed when I first started doing TikToks, right? TikTok is hilarious and fun. When I used to do TikToks, I would be out in public wanting to do a TikTok. And kind of try to hide. And this is a simple example, just a simple example. Want to hide and not show that I'm doing a TikTok. Now I don't care who looking because if I'm enjoying it, I'm having fun, especially if it's a TikTok that's going to be helpful and growth wise. I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter who's looking. Now that was like a simple example, but when we talking about Rose just said it. When you go through that journey, it is a journey. It's a journey to get to a place of security, not feeling insecure, not feeling that you're unworthy, not feeling that way. Um, it's a journey to get to that point. It's a journey to get to that point. And like Rose said, it's not always an easy journey. You have relationships that fail. You have people that you want in your life that don't want to be there. But you have to understand you are all you need, to be totally honest. Yeah, people get lonely. It doesn't matter, male or female, you get lonely. Don't ever get so lonely to the point that you will accept anything. If that brother, speaking on the video, if that brother does not call you, say he don't call you in a few days, right? And the last thing you knew, it was something developing, something going. He asked for your number or whatever, and y'all gone beyond the point. Y'all talked a little bit or whatever, and he decides not to call or whatever, and you killing yourself not to call him. We have all been there. Stop playing. And you I say nothing. I'm not gonna call. I'm not gonna say nothing. And then you decide, or he calls and he talks to you like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. Now we have to understand people step toward relationships in different ways. And we have to understand what that looks like. But I think we truly understand if somebody's just trying to play us or they just not into us. They just not that interested. We have to understand that. So if that happens, ladies, speaking to the ladies on this for a minute, if that happens, ladies, you have to be so content with yourself that it does not matter. Have so much going on that it does not matter. Now, please understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying be so busy that you just covering up and you making up stuff to say to say I. What I'm saying is have yourself. Have a life, whatever it is that you enjoy, do it well, and do a lot of it. Do a lot of it. So there is a thought process. Um, there's this thought process. I'm sorry, Rose said you have to be honest with yourself too. A chicken sandwich ain't ever gonna be a steak. Yeah. A chicken sandwich is never going to be a steak. You are so right. You know what, sis? Elaborate on that. Elaborate on that. I get the point. I get the point. Elaborate on that. A chicken sandwich ain't ever going to be a steak. What do you mean when you say that, Rose? That's my sister, y'all. That's my brat sister. That's my Manheim sister. We gonna give it to y'all. We gonna give it straight. I love it. She said a chicken sandwich ain't ever going to be a steak. We gonna wait for Miss Rose to elaborate on that. Cause I promise you, you lost somebody. Believe what you are shown. If he tells you you ain't ready, believe him. Girl, I knew it. I knew it. A chicken sandwich ain't ever going to be a steak. Believe him. Please, ladies. And I ain't gonna lie, I have to live by this, y'all. I live by this. Total honestly. Believe the brother when he tells you the first time. Do not try to change his mind. Never be the type of woman that says, "Oh, you know what? This stuff is so good. Oh, he gonna change his mind." Or he ain't never met nobody like me, and he may not ever. He ain't never met nobody like me. You know what? He could say that all he want, but I know what I have. I know who I am. Yes, know who you are. Know what you have, but never feel like you can change someone's mind. If it does not come organically, then please understand and know you're forcing. Now, forcing. Now, we listen. At some point in time, we have forced something that we should not have because we want what we want. Hey, Shigo, we want what we want. But what we have to learn from this is when we force something, it does not come naturally and it's not what you want. It's not what you want. I don't ever want someone to be around me because I forced them to. I want them to be around me and want to be around me and want to spend time with me because they want to. Because I am the best thing since sliced bread. Somebody understands that. I'm the best thing since sliced bread. You can get another loaf, but I promise you ain't gonna enjoy it as much. You might get filled, but you ain't gonna be happy after you eat it. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's an inside joke. Oh my gosh. But believe somebody. I love that you said that, Rose. Believe the person when they tell you. And when you have a feeling about something, sometimes people don't even have to tell you. Sometimes they don't even have to tell you. You can see it. You know it. You get that. You know that how I say that women's intuition? That women's intuition? Yeah, we have this little thing, this spidey sense. We have this little thing. And when you see it and you know it, take it for what it is. Take it for what it is. Because you may feel like you're missing out and you're losing something. But truth be told, it's really clearing a path for you to get what you deserve, what you need, and what you want. Because everything we see, everything that sparkles and shines, is not for us. Rose said, and also we have been blessed with intuition. If it disrupts your peace, it ain't right. We listen, sis. We right here disrupting my peace. Oh hell no, that's not gonna happen. But you have to get that peace and gain that peace. And a part of getting that peace is accepting what is right for you, not forcing, but understanding your worth. And like Rose said earlier, there's so many things, so many components of knowing your worth, so many components of understanding what that peace really feels like. Let me tell y'all, I was in a place of peace um about I want to say 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I was in a place of peace that I had never been before. And because I thought I was ready to move along in certain areas, I allowed my peace to be disrupted for a time period. What did I say earlier about if it shines and glistens or whatever, that don't necessarily mean it's for you? And you have to know. I allowed my peace to be disrupted because I was in a place where I was literally enjoying myself. I was enjoying myself. I was single, no worries, no questions. I was enjoying myself. I allowed my peace to be disrupted because of something I thought I wanted. Peace, that peace. And then you realize, and then I realized, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. And then you move back and you move away from that and you come to a place. But the word peace is what stood out to me that she said. When you allow your peace to be disrupted, please know there's a way to align it again. There's a way. You have to make some moves, some adjustments. You got to move some people out the way. You got to forget about some people. And you got to realize that wasn't my people. It's okay. It's okay. But Rose said, and also we have been blessed with intuition. It's if it disturbs your peace, it ain't right. I deal with nothing today that disturbs my peace. Now, can you be disrupted or can you be thrown off track? Yeah, ladies, we can. We can. But like she said, if it disturbs your peace, if it doesn't feel right, if it's something not right about it, don't let it proceed because it's going to break it fully down and then you're going to have regret. Please, please, please don't be somewhere with somebody just to have somebody. Please don't be with somebody just to have somebody. Rose says, stop, drop, and roll doesn't just apply to fires. Yes, ma'am. Stop, drop, and roll does not just apply to fires. I love that. I love that. Hey, Candy, keep that peace. If that brother does not call, if he does not text, if he does not send a messenger bird, if he don't ask you out when you think he should about a certain time, if none of those things happen, then please understand he's just not that into you. And brothers, please, 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 please learn and understand that every woman is not satisfied with the lies. Every woman is not accepting of the lies. And I think sometimes men feel it's easier just to tell a woman what he thinks she wants to hear. Let me just tell her this because, ladies, are you listening though? Is he telling you what you want to hear because you're not listening? We got to think about that too. But, fellas, don't just tell her what she wants to hear to just get by, get away, or get your way. Be honest. Be honest. What might hurt right now, what might hurt right now, a band aid will fix. You know they come in different shades now. You can get band aids in different shades. If you chocolatey, if you light bright skin, a band aid will fix. Jerome said, check your emotions at the door until the appropriate time. Wee! Emotions making. Jerome, emotions, emotions. You want to check them emotions sometimes, Jerome. Let's be honest. We want to check those emotions, but sometimes they're easy to slip in and build. But you're right. We got to check them. And that's the point in time to check them, Jerome. When you see your pieces being disrupted, oh, check. Wait a minute. I feel the vibrations going off to bring this thing back. Check those emotions. Claudette said, remember when you have your own piece, you don't have to worry about what else is going on. Everything else is a plus. So if he showed up plus, if he showed up plus, if he doesn't, yeah, plus. His minus. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. If he shows up plus, if he doesn't show up, that's a plus, but that's his minus. Yes, sis. I like how you put that. That's a plus, his minus. I like that. I like how you put that. Hey, Tavanya. And fellas, just understand, same way for you. Men get in situations where they like someone, they feeling this woman and she just want to play games, or she just not being honest with him and telling him, I really don't like you like that, you're like a brother to me. She's not being honest. Fellas, same thing, same thing. We have to check our emotions, like Jerome said. We got to check our emotions at the door. And when we realize we're not, they're getting by and we didn't check them soon enough, or things are developing that we did not plan and we did not think, because it happens. Oh, it happens. And you got to step back and say, you know what? Used to be my favorite term I used to use all the time. I haven't said it in a minute. Is this conducive to my growth? Is this conducive to my life? Is this person going to add? And if we see that and we notice and realize that they are not, exit stage left and put that different shade band aid on, whatever your complexion is, put that on and let it do its healing process. Sometimes you got to put some antibiotic ointment on there, put that band aid on and let that thing heal. And then when you take it off, it's fresh and clean and healed, and you ready to move on and possibly be with the next. I did have a comment I was saying. I said it was the ladies, it was the and gentlemen. Sometimes the unpopular way of seeing dating, and I agree with it. In aspects of it, I don't. And that is dating more than one person. I was making that point a second ago, and I veered reading somebody's comment. Great comments though, you all. And I was telling the ladies about getting distracted and having something going on. That's the point I was saying. Ladies, when you are dating more than one person, let me tell you what happens. Unpopular, maybe, but you got to see how this works for you. It does not work for everybody, and it's not for everybody. But when you're dating more than one person, it's not that you're saying, oh, well, I don't care. He ain't calling me. Somebody else will call me. It's not that thought process. If you have that thought process, it's wrong. That's not how you do this thing. All right. But if you're seeing more than one person, you're dating more than one person, because dating is a process of making a decision, deciding who it is that you want to be with. Some women believe, some men believe, if I'm dating more than one person, I'm not going to get so emotionally caught up, attached, and worried about if the other person is not showing me that time and attention that I want. That's what it's about, really. It's not about trying to, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's not about trying to be dishonest with the other person, because you should be open and honest about that. We're talking about having something to do positive to distract yourself from worrying about and getting in situations where your peace is disrupted. If fellas, if you're dating more than one lady, until you get to the point of deciding which one is for you, there's nothing wrong with that. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with that. Some people can handle it, some people can't. It depends on the situation and the person. You have to make that decision. Jerome said, this is why prayer and discernment is essential. God will reveal things about that person when we say when we stay in tune with him. Let me tell you something about that, Jerome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There have been many times where I have prayed and asked the Lord to reveal someone and let me see what I'm not seeing. Not because I'm looking for something negative to happen, but because my trust is there and I don't want to go the wrong direction. And I depend on my creator. That's me. Not telling you what to do. I depend on him, right? Y'all, when I say he has laid this brother out like a book, and I could read it without asking any questions. Thank you, Jerome. Jerome said date should be more quality rather than quantity. Dating should be more quality than quantity. Hey, quality is what you're looking for. It's not about having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All these people that you're talking to. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, if you are dating more than one person, not committed to anyone, then do that process respectfully, because it doesn't put you in a position where you are worried, wondering, yo, that's a whole nother subject topic, y'all. We could get so much into that. And we've talked about it before, and we can discuss it. Clutter said, if you have no ring on your finger and no one has made a commitment to you, it's a must that you spread your wings and fly. If they are interested, they will take steps to remove you from the market. Sis, why you ain't say that a few minutes ago? Because that's the whole point. She is totally correct. She's totally correct. Listen, this is when your securities step in and your insecurities take a back seat and your insecurities step out the door. Brothers, 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 brothers. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about us fellas. Let me tell y'all something. A man that is so confident in himself that he don't worry about another brother, there it is, hands down. There it is, hands down. Now understand, if you're dealing with someone respectfully. If you're not, then that's on you. But if you worried about if she's sleeping with this man, if she having sex and she doing this with somebody else, or he doing this and doing that with somebody else, then this ain't the thing for you. This is not. Because the people you deal with from the jump, you're going to look for those qualities in them that you're not worried about those things. It goes deeper. But Claudette made a great point. There has been no commitment. So, ladies, why are you sitting around worried about if he calling, why he didn't call? why he's not giving you time, why, like the gentleman said in the video, if the man is not carving out time for you, may the best man win. Know your worth. If the man is not carving out time for you, if you looking for him and you got to look for him and wonder, girlfriend, leave that man alone. Just you do it. Don't wait for him to do it. It's not a competition thing. What I'm saying is he's already showing you. He's already showing you. Regardless of how much you may want him, know your worth and know that there is a man that's out there that values you enough that he wants to make sure you have no doubt that he wants you and nobody else. Working long hours, um, you know, really, okay, they're 24 hours in a day, right? We're going to take about 18 of those, 12 of those as our waking hours. The other hours we should be sleeping. If this man does not find a minute in 18 to call you, text you, check on you, he's just not that into you. The real ones won't waste your time. Yes, sir, Jerome. They will not. He's just not that into you. And baby girl, it is okay because you have dodged a bullet. You have not forced anything. If I have to tell you that, then either instinctively or eventually, you ain't gonna have to worry about me. You ain't gotta worry about me. Now, how did TikTok say? Somebody else do it. And somebody else do it. I don't have time. Let somebody else do it. You ain't got to worry. What my niece said? Ash, I would say, you ain't got to worry about me. My niece be cracking me up. She be like, you ain't got to worry about me. Hey, but just know it's not always negative, ladies and gents, because we got to put the fellas on here too. It's not always a negative thing if someone is not who you want them to be to you. But be respectful, honest, considerate enough to tell that person that. All right, y'all. April the 14th through the 16th. It's been running at the bottom the whole time. Go to this link and register. Register, go to the link and register and get ready for the real life relationship growth fun weekend. Rose said, for me, God didn't bless me with the man he had for me until I was ready to receive him. You can't ask for what you're not ready for. Woo, Rose, you sending us off with that one. You got to be ready. You got to be ready. You have to be ready. Know your worth. Take the time. Know your worth. Take the time with yourself. And like Rose said, I'm not gonna linger anymore. Be ready. You gotta be ready. Thanks, Jerome. Glad you made it tonight. Y'all go register. Love y'all. See y'all soon.